So today I'm also meeting with Rita and Kyle. This is Kyle and his mom Rita, and we're going to go over your math progress for the last week in ExactPath. Okay? And so it looks like last week you had some more multiplication and division. We've been working really hard on that, working on those times tables, facts, so that we can get them down and not make those little mistakes that cause us problems. So you had dividing a two-digit number by 10 or 100. You got 100% on that. You spent a lot of time on the tutorial. I appreciate that because that shows you're working at it. And you mastered that on your progress check and got a trophy. Good job. So then we got adding and subtracting decimals, multiplying and dividing decimals, and rounding decimals. Rounding decimals is another one that you got 100% on and that you mastered on your progress check. So 2 trophies this week in math. Really proud of you for that. Good job. So we have some areas that we're working on though. Adding and subtracting decimals, multiplying and dividing decimals. And I know sometimes we just make little mistakes because we have like errors in our calculations. Yeah. We can go through some of those things more. I think we're just going to give it another go round to see how you do on the facts. So you're going to be kicked back into a lesson now on just doing some basic practice with those operations, adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing. And then after this week, the next week, you're going to be given a chance to redo these lessons again too. So how do you feel about these lessons in math?
I feel pretty good about them. The first 2. The second 2 I could have taken a little bit more time.
Yeah. So is there anything other than time that you think might help? It looks like sometimes you do a lot of work in one day.
Yeah, spread them out in the week.
Maybe spread your work out a little more. So I think that might help so that you don't get burned out, because by the end of the day, sometimes we just make more mistakes because we start out fresh and then we get tired. So yeah, I think that's really good. Those are good ideas. I think you could incorporate those into your week this week and just spread out your work. And of course, if you have problems, we can meet online and go through some of these things as well. So, okay, good. Anything else? How do you feel about overall using ExactPath?
I like it. It's pretty good. Sometimes it doesn't match up with the math book.
Sometimes it doesn't match up with what you're doing in your math book. Yeah.
But besides that, I like it.
Yeah, and you can always bring, we meet every week, and as well, I know you have a math tutor that you meet with every week, and we can bring those things to me or to your tutor, and we can work on those extra things that you need to do. So overall, Kyle, I think you're doing great. Mom, how do you feel about his work with ExactPath?
I like it how he maps out lesson per lesson, and it takes practice, and the practice sometimes it covers not just that one day or that one practice, but it does it over and over, and sometimes until they get it. It's a really good program. I like it.
Good. Well, I think it's a lot of work sometimes, but I think it's a lot of work to fill in our gaps sometimes. But I'm really proud of you for sticking with it. I'm proud of all the growth that you've had this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing more growth. So, okay, well, let's get busy and have a good week, okay? That's awesome.